What's this? Is this? Wait. Is it better now? There's something here. Is it working now? There was something here. Felix is killing me. Felix will be so mad at me. Because I actually do not know how to fix this if this is not.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god.
Wait, so
The stress of doing a live stream, it's almost not worth it. It's almost not worth
Laura,
it.
we're 1 minute in. You can't already chicken out from this. Yeah, but this is, I mean, yeah, I wish that you could see the setup that Laura has. And it's just really, I'm actually gonna, check this out.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense to make it this complicated. But she's trying to solve problems with all this extra gear, and it's just making it worse.
And for audio, and that's the thing. I do all of this for audio, and then it never works. But this time, it seems to be the first time that it's working. It works. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
But
am so
it needs
happy.
to be a little louder.
It needs to be a little louder. That's not a problem. I can go as loud as you guys want. Is that better?
Is that better? Do a sound check.
Okay, it's as loud as it goes. So
Yeah.
before when I said I can do it as loud as you want, that was a lie. It can only be this loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, live Simone might be a swear fest, and I'm all for it too.
That is.
No.
Oh, now Eva's calling. That's great timing. No, I was saying before. Hold on, I think I have to put this on off. Felix and we built a setup just for this live stream. So I had this aluminum case with a monitor and the mics, and we actually had another mic, and it was all perfect, and it's all based on a power bank. So I wouldn't have to bring all of this. Whoa. And then it broke. I think this framing is much better. What do you think?
I really think my right shoulder is my best asset. So yeah, just keep it in frame.
Okay, can you see the chat?
I can.
Maybe
yeah.
I should open it too. I don't even know. Do you know one thing that I don't even know?
Somebody's asking, oh wait, it's Sunday. Did I miss the 2 p.m. video? So you don't have a video this week. Instead, you're going to have to make do with this live stream of Laura and I talking.
Exactly.
Because Laura is traveling and in LA and also deserves a break.
This is... Yeah, and that's something, I said it in the last video. I've been trying to get on the schedule to do 3 videos a month and then 1 live stream. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to do it for, 4 years, and I never manage. One reason is this ridiculous setup. And now that I figured it out, maybe I can get to it. But I do like live streams. You never really do them, do you?
No, because I think they're boring. And I don't.
Wait, my mic
I
was
don't
flipped.
really watch them myself.
Where did you?
Yeah.
I need to.
Do you want a hat?
Yeah, I have a hat. Hold on. Can you entertain the crowd for a second?
Yeah, I'll entertain the crowd.
So you never watch live streams yourself?
I don't really watch live streams myself. Or I mean, I just don't. I've never gotten into Twitch streaming, and I think for me it's I don't want to get people to watch things that I wouldn't watch myself.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so,
honest to God, Laura, would you?
This.
Yeah. No, it's on your channel. It's we can put whatever shit we want on that. But I have higher standards on mine. So Laura's now looking for a hat that she can clip her mic to, so she can do this setup. What's that?
I think I lost it on the way here.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you want to borrow another hat? Do you want a headband?
Kind of. Do you have a headband?
Do you want?
Alright, so yesterday I posted on Insta, Moomin Mug. What is it? Oh, that's a headband. I thought it was...
There's something you never thought you'd see.
Wait, what is this? What do you wear this for?
For being a woman, Laura. I mostly put it on. This is...
No, wait. It's making it worse. What is this?
It's making it worse. Could you just clip it to your ear?
And you're saying live streams are boring. How's the audio? It's actually not that bad. Maybe it's an earring.
Yeah, it seems like other people are enjoying live streams. Yeah, I think the thing is, it's more you're just hanging out rather than it being content to fully engage with.
Exactly, but that's, I do the I do the premieres every week,
Yeah.
and that I don't know. I just like hanging out with the people in the chat. Oh, this is like Statue of Liberty a little bit.
Or like a bird.
A bird.
Yeah, a bird of some sort of a chicken.
Do you want to trade?
No. Or do you want? Okay. I'll
No,
trade
it's
with you.
fine.
No,
It's
I'll
fine.
trade with you.
No, people.
This is your hat.
Now
You
people
gave it
saw
to
it.
me. Yeah, it's
It's
already
merch.
on the internet.
It is merch.
I'll wear a headband, which also I just wear
Yeah.
this if I have to wash my face.
If
Yeah.
you have to wash your face.
Yeah, and I have to keep my stupid bangs out of my face that I decided to cut on
Right,
impulse.
because you saw Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I saw the Netflix show Wednesday, and 10 minutes into the first episode, I ran into my bathroom and cut bangs because I'm very impressionable and weak.
But are you happy with them?
No,
Because-
and now I'm at the uncomfortable phase of like trying to grow them out.
You're growing them out?
Yeah.
Wow, that will take forever.
Thanks, Laura. No, my hair actually grows really fast. I'm just looking forward to being able to fold them behind my ear.
Yeah, and then you can tell anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Yeah, this is the fucking life. Like, who cares about my bangs?
That's true.
Yeah.
Likes for banks, Glenn Hunt.
Oh,
Here you
thank
go.
you.
Oh, Stu is there too.
Hi, Stu.
Hey,
That is my
Dave.
engineer. My
Yes.
engineer. I don't own him, but he's he is part of my team and helps build things.
Everybody likes your banks, so don't worry.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm growing them out, so don't get emotionally attached to them. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to check some questions on Insta.
All right.
All right. Okay.
People were asking questions. You can also put questions in the chat. Yeah.
I mean, this is like the typical "How did you start?" That is a lot. We answered that so many times. Oh, we did. We have done the live stream before, once or twice actually, in your old
I
studio.
think we have, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you start? You started... Okay, wait, I'm going to tell how you started.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is embarrassing. I just feel like I made up a test for myself and I'm going to fail it. You were building installations for Urban Outfitters in stores.
Good job. Yes.
But you also studied industrial design.
Yeah, communications design, but what?
Communications design. And you worked for a suitcase company.
No.
No.
Would that be great? Oh, you mean the flight cases?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Flight case
Building flight
company.
cases. Yes.
And then you kind of started doing other things. Oh, I do know this because we were talking about writing you a talk. So
And you never
Laura,
did.
I never did. I never helped you. Maybe this is what we do on the live stream. No, but Laura had a blog where she posted
Right.
photos and of projects she was building.
Right.
And what was really interesting, so she was doing the exact same type of projects that she's now doing on her YouTube channel
Mhm.
because she hasn't evolved as a person. No, but she was doing like very similar types of builds, but it wasn't until she changed the format,
Yes.
which was to YouTube, that you
Yes.
started getting traction. So you
Yeah.
had your blog, which had like 11
subscribers.
11 subscribers.
11. I did it for, I think, 4 years.
Yeah.
Weekly.
Oh my god. This
So
is
bad.
very sweet.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it wasn't until you changed the format. Like the bills didn't change that much, but the format
Yeah.
changed and suddenly everything started happening.
Yeah, so on the blog, I posted weekly photos of what I built this week. So that was always the structure. I always liked the challenge of building something every week. And then I realized that it's not really interesting to only see the end result and not know what it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because back then I was also using a lot of recycled materials or be inspired by stuff that I found on the street. So it like the story is just not there if you only show the polished photo. It wasn't polished photos, but
Yeah.
the arc wasn't there, and that's why the video documentation made sense.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay. That's impressive that you know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy I remembered. Yeah.
A
How did
lot
my
of
career
marriage, marriage propositions for you, Simone.
start? For me?
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm taken.
You are taken.
Yeah. So are you. Not by each other.
Not by
It's
each
just
other.
there.
There was some suspicions though in the chat as well, but no. But yeah, that is always.
What are her pronouns? She, her. For both
She,
of us.
her, yeah.
Yeah.
Dingsy Donksy, I was thinking.
Dingsy Donksy.
would be great.
Do people know about Dingsy Dongsy that are non-Germans?
No, yeah, the Germans will know. Put in the chat. We need to know in the chat. All the Germans, do you know what Dingsy Dongsy is? Or Dongsy Dangsy? We will have to come back to this later and clarify. But let's get them. Oh wow, let's get them a chance. Is Simone vegan?
Hello, Moan. Somebody smash star. I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Simone
mostly,
is taken.
Yeah, I am.
Chat is going
But
out.
it's complicated. I was vegetarian since I was 8 years old, and then I started. I kind of wanted to be vegan because ethically I agree more with veganism. But I was really nervous to make the commitment for it, and then I realized like, oh, I should just start eating more vegan and like transition out some of the things that I don't really like anyway. And then I've kind of like I'm at 90% vegan, but I'm still not like sometimes I'll eat a croissant. So I call it freegan. Like I'm very flexible about it. I only cook vegan. I eat it like almost exclusively, but I still have some like omnivore eating skills, which is practical in social situations and when you're traveling. But yeah.
Here's a good question for both of us. What was the moment you realized YouTube was a job? I think that's a cool question. I never thought about it.
So fast.
So fast?
Yeah, I was working full time with it within like 5 months.
I was working full time too, but I already quit my job and then started YouTube. But to realize, oh, this is something that's sustainable, because I made it my full time job, but it wasn't sustainable for the first couple months.
Still not convinced.
Still not convinced.
It's yeah. I don't know. I think I just started. I don't know if I did sponsorship, but I remember I started getting like paid talks and like giving workshops and all these like auxiliary things.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, for me it was sponsorships, getting the first sponsors, because it was pretty quick that people reached out to ask me to show products or use their products. You know, that happened so fast, but to actually get paid and on a yearly contract rather than, can you show this garden hose, please?
Yeah.
You know, that was when I realized this is a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Do you still have Cheese Louise? I don't know that. You have. She's in
do.
storage, right?
Yeah, she's up north.
Yeah.
I need to bring her down to LA, so I didn't bring her down when I moved from San Francisco to LA. And now it's like I kind of don't have a use case for her because she is so lovely, but so useless as a car. It's pretty
dangerous.
And dangerous, yes.
Didn't we ride a little bit in San Francisco once and you were like, yeah, we could do it. I mean, the brakes don't work and she doesn't have light and the battery sucks. And it's like, oh. Yeah,
it's more than once have I had to get out and like push her, which is not that bad because she weighs like 35 pounds. It's made out of plastic. But yeah, she's just not a very good car, but she's so fun and so cute. And whenever you do drive her, like people just cannot stop smiling looking at it because she's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping to bring her back and find some sort of use case for her, but she doesn't.
I mean, it seems that her use case is making people smile. So maybe if you had a bigger shop, a warehouse, maybe something we could share in the future, then she could be there.
Maybe if Laura moves to LA.
If I move to LA.
Yeah, we can have a shared workshop and Cheese Louise. I was always thinking like she should be a phone booth.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. Or like a little meeting room or like,
That's brilliant. And I have a little camper. Maybe it could be, you know, attached to Cheese Louise, the tiny bar.
Yeah, that's great. Would you bring that over if you moved to LA?
Not the tiny bar, though.
Yeah, but you'd just build a new one. I feel like you're pushing out campers at an impressive speed.
Do you think that there is such a small version of a camper in America? Because I feel like that's such a European thing to build things.
They're like the teardrop trailers and stuff.
Oh, right, right.
I know Sila built one.
It's true. I could build the whole thing.
I don't.
Yeah. Are you coming to my birthday? I don't think I invited you yet.
Yeah,
because you will be there in June.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
August. So
yeah, no, I'm not gonna be in there because I got tickets to Taylor Swift. August 9th.
We did talk about it.
Yeah.
We did talk about it.
So I'm gonna be in Europe during summer, and I'm going to Cologne.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a question for the chat. Is Taylor Swift gay? Yes or no?
I don't think so, because she's exclusively dated men.
That's what she
That we
said.
know of.
Public that we know of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm monitoring the chat for a little bit because I want to know what the people think.
I don't want to know what you think.
No?
No, I
I
don't.
know. This is the kind
They're
of
very
gossip
sweet.
I'm super interested in. Did it? No. Okay. Yes. Bye.
You
Who?
need to actually read the questions for
Does it
people
matter?
to know
No,
which
of
one
course
you're
it doesn't.
answering
Of
to.
course it doesn't matter. And that's the Taylor Swift question.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Laura's Gator went off. Okay. No, of course it doesn't matter. I do think though that's
I do think that, like, since she's coming out, or like been very publicly an ally, and I imagine that if she was closeted, she would have come out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No. But also,
Okay.
who am I to stay as a very straight, boring woman?
Oh, I thought. Sorry, no, I misunderstood it. Okay. Do you see any question?
How do Smudo and Scraps get along?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Smudo. So Smudo is a very friendly dog, but he is 9 now, and he kind of stopped playing with other dogs when he turned 4. So he doesn't really. They get along.
They more like coexist.
Mhm.
We went camping together with both of them, and they're like fine, and they did play a little bit where they were like chasing each other.
Yeah.
But I also know mostly it's like most of their interaction is just that Smudo has his stick and Scraps stands and barks at him because she wants the stick that he has.
And Smudo stole Scraps' sunflower plushie. Remember that?
Yeah.
So Scraps had this plushie. They were both fighting for it the whole time. And then when Simone and Scraps left, it took him 2 days until he was sure that Scraps is not coming back. And then he brought it out of his...
Yeah, he had like hidden it.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know, how did we become such good friends? And I think that's an interesting question because we are colleagues. We were colleagues kind of first. We met because Simone was in Cologne. Somebody tweeted at you and at me that we are in the same city and that we should make something. And we made something. And then we met again in San Francisco to build something.
Yeah.
A couple times. And we were always friendly, but I think we became friends because we were working together so much.
I think for many years there was like, you know, when you meet somebody and you're like, we live in very different places, we can't hang out that much, but you're like, if we just had more time to hang out, I feel like we would be best buds. And then recently, in like the last 2 years, we've had a lot more time to hang out.
Yeah,
just,
COVID really made it harder. We lost contact a little bit, but now,
But yeah, and now we've kind of like made a commitment, not a commitment, but like we aspire to hang out, or for one of us to go to the other person's place like twice a year. So we get to, but it's also like, it's very convenient because it's like, it's work, but it's getting to like build with your best friend and one of your best friends, one of many best friends.
Best makeup friend? No, you have more best makeup friends. I think you're my best makeup friend.
Thank you. Yeah, no, who would it be? No, you're my best makeup friend.
What was I saying? We both like to travel, and that's also something like this live stream allows me to be in LA for a week. That's really cool. That's the cool thing. Like that's the upside and the downside of YouTube is well, that's another thing we could talk about because your schedule is so different. I cornered myself into this weekly schedule right from the get-go, and I like it. I like the challenge of making something every week, but you upload once every month, once every 2 months,
maybe
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's definitely, I think even when I was like, when YouTube was my only job, I was very slow because I'm a perfectionist and I'm also a slow builder. But I'm a slow builder and I like take such a long time making the video, and it was always just like such a constipated process for me. But now that I have the Etch store and that takes about half of my time, it's been even slower.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I hired a shooter editor for a little bit, and to like try to up my volume, but it's just hard. I don't know how you do it.
I think the quality of my videos is different. I mean, now that Felix is there, I think the documentation style is super good. The editing is super good,
Yeah.
but like the projects are not such concepts
You're
as
also
yours.
just
You know what I mean?
so fast at building. You
Ye-
just fucking spit things out, and I'm lazy and I take my time.
No,
and
you're not lazy. I think you're more like a conceptual worker, and for me, and especially since I had the house, which I think is interesting because now we have this new story structure where it's half of the video is about the house or the tiny house,
Mhm.
and then the other half is quirky things I do
Yeah.
on the side, and that was really good for me to. I'm trying to, because the videos that I did in the beginning, they were so linear and from beginning to end, no talking. This is exactly how you build it. This is how you build a barbecue from a, I don't know, propane bottle or whatever. And that's something I got a little bit tired of. And now, ever since Felix joined the crew, it is more about the how it is to have a shop and how it is to build something every week. You know, the more behind the scenes.
I also think this is gonna sound like an insult, but it's not.
Mhm.
But like, you're so much funnier when you have somebody to play off.
Oh,
of.
100%.
I think that was like, because when I met you, and from having seen your videos, and then I met you, and I was like, she's so funny. And it just didn't come out in your videos because you were uncomfortable with just like in front of a camera as well.
Yeah.
And now it's like having Felix there to like poke at you.
Yeah, it took me so long to start talking in front of the camera. And I also remember the first times like shooting with you because you talk so much more. I was so nervous. Oh, when we shot with Adam, when we shot this the Savage Builds thing. Because Adam asked me if I wanted to do an episode for Savage Builds. Was it Discovery format? I think it was Discovery, yeah. With Simone and him, and the task was we each got a car. We had 3 days to build defense mechanisms and weapons for the cars, and then we had this in the desert. We went to the desert and had this race, and Simone, of course, won.
While going through radiation treatment for a brain tumor, may I add, it was
had a
very
brain tumor?
inspiring. I know, I haven't told you. Yeah. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
And I was so pumped that I was asked to be a part of it, and then I flew to San Francisco, and then we had the first day of shooting, and then it was like, okay, let's do some pieces to camera, and then it hit me like, fuck, I'm doing this with Adam and Simone, like the two most authentic people in front of the camera, so funny, so professional, and then me not ever talking to the camera. I was like, my heart dropped. It was so painful. It was bad. It was bad.
And
I'm glad I got a little better.
I was like, oh my God, I am doing this together with Adam and Laura, two of the most competent, fast builders in the entire world.
I wonder what Adam was thinking.
Oh, I'm doing this with Simone and Laura, two of the most young and up-and-coming talents in our field. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't get imposter syndrome.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite kind of screw head? Torx.
GRK. Yeah.
Yeah. GRK?
Yeah, the Torx.
Okay.
I haven't fucked with. I hear that square drive is really good.
Like the pocket holes?
Yeah. And that
do they have
in
different
Canada,
sizes?
they're like, those are the standard ones.
Is that true?
Yeah. And that apparently they're like as strong as Torx. But also,
I cannot imagine because it's not the same surface. You know, a star is much more
surface area
than a square.
I don't know. But yeah, definitely Torx. Flathead, obviously least favorite, followed by Phillips head.
No, flathead.
You like flathead because you like the look of it.
Yeah, the brass flathead, because you can. It's so easy to fuck them up, and if you see a piece of furniture and it has like the mushroom head, flathead, brass screws, you know that somebody took time, because you cannot just put them in. You have to pre-drill it, put wax on it, and be super careful. Yeah. They all have to be aligned. It's a nightmare.
The wax thing is something you taught me.
Oh, and it works so well,
like,
right?
Yeah, dump the screw in Vaseline, or wax or any sort of lube, before you put it in, especially if it's a flathead brass screw, because it just makes it go in. Yeah,
we used it for the satellite dish.
Yeah.
That was
such a good build.
That was such a good build.
I don't know if you all watched the video of Laura and I building a satellite, or a chair out of a satellite dish, but it's like the one build that I had where everything kind of just worked out. Like we made a cut, and then it's like, wow, it ended up being in like the perfect location.
Yeah.
And the forms just like, it was pretty magical.
Okay.
How do you learn to stay positive when a problem seems so large?
Muffins. Muffins. Put the.
Right.
No, but if you're faced with, I think stuff gets overwhelming when problems are so big, or it's multiple problems at the same time, and then it's hard to. And I had this with the house so much when you're dealing with one thing, but simultaneously all these other problems are piling up, and it just tangles up into this big red king of a problem, and it's so intimidating. And I like to untangle the problems, bake instead of one big problem cake, bake little muffin problems, and then eat those piece by piece, if that makes sense.
You're also such a resilient person.
Mm-hmm. It's
No.
so bad with compliments.
Yeah. No, but it's like, I feel like you just, and you work so hard, and I don't know, I'm definitely a lot more frazzled than you are, and you're just like, okay, this is what I gotta do. And no matter, I mean, I feel like people have seen that with the house series, is like things just keep on getting thrown your way, and you're just like, okay, I guess we're gonna have to do it this way. And yeah.
By the way, the next video is really good.
What happens?
We found out that the floor
No.
is just like
No.
this.
No.
I'm not spoiling. The video is good. Watch it. We found out because when you walk, you actually feel like you're walking downhill when you walk through the future bedroom. So that was the first time in the history of the house that I asked an actual architect to look at it.
Yeah.
Because I got so scared.
Not the time when you took down load-bearing walls.
No, not that time. But maybe it was connected.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Do you script all of your content, or do you just wing it? That's another difference, because you are more conceptual about it.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why your videos are so good.
They are. I'm almost like hesitant to talk about it.
Okay.
But they
We can go to the next question.
no. But it's good. They are really heavily scripted. I think something I really struggled with was filming and building at the same time, and like knowing how you're going to transition from one scene to another when you don't really know how the build is going to go. And I script the outros and the intros really heavily, because also especially the intro, like you just want to get so quickly into the build, and I think like they need to be so smooth. And then I might do little scripted pieces throughout, but then when I'm building, it's mostly just I'm building and reacting. And things come out.
Yeah. But I think that's really good, and I learned a lot from you, because you told me that once, and that was still in San Francisco. I think maybe it was the second time we worked together in San Francisco, and you were like, no, I script all my intros and outros. And I was like, what? Because they're so natural, and so they don't feel scripted. And I was thinking, like, maybe I should do that, and I still think about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I scripted it a little bit. At least what I try to do is have a little bit of an arc, know where the story goes. And I usually shoot the intros and the outros after we did the project.
Yeah.
So I actually know what it's about.
Yeah.
Usually I have a
shoot
different
the intro
vision.
last.
Yeah.
I think it's like doing YouTube. It's a little bit like, sometimes it can be like an acting job, but you only play yourself, and you kind of have to go back and like fill it back in. And like sometimes, why am I telling people this? But like sometimes I'll read off of a teleprompter, especially during like sponsored parts, because language is so important. You need to hit the exact wording.
No, that's good advice.
It.
That's good.
Yeah. You just got to keep the eye line really tight so people don't see your eyes go back and forth. But yeah, I think for me, it's like, especially because your mental load is so high when you're building and you're kind of writing and editing in your head as well. I think scripting definitely helps, where I'm like, okay, at least I know. And also I've started doing a lot more voiceovers. Yeah. Which helps, because I don't have to figure out how everything is going to tie in together and how it's going to go from one scene to another during the build.
Yeah. That's something that I still haven't tapped, really, the whole voiceover thing, because you can save so much time and explanation, and give so much more context.
Because it's also nice because voiceovers can go over the build montage. So it's not like, because if you're doing like a piece to camera and then it's build montage, that's so much longer than just having a voiceover over a build montage. And you always like, I'm always wanting the video to flow really well, and I'll rewatch the video during the edit and see, is there any point in the video where I kind of want to like pick up my phone or fiddle with it, or
Yeah.
I'll show it to people and I'll see how they're watching it, and if there's any point where they're like, you know, kind of like starting to get a little bit distracted, then it's like, oh, I need to like tighten that up.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I want to experiment with that in the future.
But you also, I have time to do these things so much more and like really like polish things, because I take fucking 3 months to make a video. Like, it's just silly. Also, if there are any shooter editors in LA who want a job, send an application to apply
to Laura at
apply at SimoneGiertz.com, spelled Giertz.
And that's not a joke, right?
No, it's not. Yeah. No, I've kind of been going back and forth in my Anna, who's my assistant and producer, can do some of the shooting, but I'm like, I really need an editor, because I edit the videos myself and I spend like 10 days editing a video, and it's just not a good use of my time.
Yeah, no.
I can't.
Do you still like editing? Because that's the first thing I got over, was like, I don't want to do it anymore. And now Felix does it, and we have Mareike, who's also supporting us, but that's another thing with the weekly schedule, because I don't know, for some reason Felix and I, we just upped ourselves each week. So when he started with me, the goal was to make the videos longer than 8 minutes, because that's when you can have mid-rolls. I mean, that's just another transparency thing. But if you're in the YouTube thing, mid-rolls are very important. That's where
I've never put a mid-roll on anything.
Are you kidding me?
But I get nothing from ad revenue. So like YouTube is different. Like, where ad revenue is when you get money from the ads that YouTube puts on your video. But since I post so little content, like my monthly views are very low, so I don't get a lot of money from it, or like enough for it to be like a significant thing that I want to like tweak and calibrate. But on the other hand, for me, like the sponsored, or like, this video is brought to you by XYZ, is where most of my revenue has been.
For me, it was a big decision, because I feel the mid-rolls are a big disruptor. I mean, it's but you gotta fucking like make a living, and I think I feel like that has changed a lot. People used to be so much more upset about sponsorships and mid-rolls and things like a couple of years ago, and now I think people really understand, like, we need to be able to have this be a business to be able to do it full time. Yes.
Like, you can't just want to do it out of like the good of your heart, as much as like I love doing this, but like I need to be able to like keep the lights on.
Exactly, because it is a full-time job. You need the money needs to come from somewhere,
and you need to be able to fly business class to No. I think that, okay, I will say this, Laura, I'm so sorry. Laura is like the most low-key person. She calls this the year of the rat, because she's like, I just want to live, like, I don't even want to stay in hotels. I just want to bring a sleeping bag wherever I go and like live in somebody's fucking kitchen. But then the only thing that you splurge on,
I think I'm blushing.
Yeah, is that sometime you fly business class.
Yeah, and then I steal everything I can from the lounge, because they have food there. I am recouping my investment.
Yeah.
This once, when I flew to New York in January, I brought like 6 hard-boiled eggs.
Weirdo. Yeah.
Cool. Glad. I'm very thankful we
got that out.
Yes.
I'm so sorry that I outed you for occasionally splurging and flying business class.
Are you going to make a camp 2023? I'm not sure if I can go. I plan to go.
When is it?
In October.
Yeah.
Native American Day.
Yeah. Indigenous Peoples Day.
Is that it?
Or you mean Columbus?
Yeah, we're not supposed. Formally Columbus Day.
No,
is that
Indigenous Peoples Day?
Oh, okay. I thought it was Native American.
Yeah, no, I don't know. If you go, I'll go. But if you don't go, I won't go. I'm gonna get some more coffee.
Can I get some too? Yeah. I wanted to go if Marielle goes. So if she goes, then I go, and then you go.
Yeah.
That's great.
Last year, and it was really fun.
It was fun last year. I was on crutches. This time it will be better, because I won't have crutches.
Oh, right. You were so sick, and everybody kept on asking about your leg.
How's your knee?
To the point where you made a sign and taped it on the knee that said, "My knee is fine, thank you."
Well, Speaking of, I got a question. How's the tumor? Do you want to make a sign for that? Yeah, no, yours.
Oh, the tumor is terrible, which is great for me. The tumor is...
I was like, oh my god, what?
No, the tumor is doing very bad. Yeah, I mean, I've been bumped up to, I have to have MRI scans every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
From like 6 months and then to a year. So yeah, every 2 years we have to go in and make sure that the parts that I still have haven't grown. Yeah. But yeah, he's doing terrible. Ooh, somebody sent you £5.
5 pounds, thank you. Who? Can you say the name?
Flymo Chairman 1. Yeah. What is Simone's full name? Simone Luna Louise Södlund Giertz. Next.
There you go. Next.
I forget, do you have a middle name?
My middle name is Laura.
Oh, right. And your first name is?
Anna.
Anna.
So. How far moving, how did you get, hold on, there was one thing that has Simone wiped her shop since you organized it? I remember.
The joke being that, I said I've called my workshop the butthole of the house because I have no aspiration for it to be pretty. It's only there for its function. And then Laura came and helped me make it a lot prettier, the workshop. Yeah. And you said that all you want is for me to wipe it
every once in a while.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, the tool wall is still... No, now it's not... The workbench is terrible and nothing, like, no progress has really happened since you were here. But the tool wall is still there, and I love it. It's so much nicer to shoot in. Yeah, like the shots just look so much better.
What is your favorite memory of the other person? My favorite memory is when Simone and I went camping last year, and we wanted to cook something before we were building the cutting boards, and we had this big contest of who built the better cutting board, and I clearly won. But then we wanted to cook something, and my cutting board got stuck in the drawer of the camper in a way that we could not get to the utensils, and we were hangry, we were in a panic, and the only thing we could do to open that drawer was to take an axe and axe my pretty new camper. It was pretty new. And later I glued a piece of aluminum over it. You don't see it anymore. Yeah. But every time I see like this one aluminum drawer versus all the other ones that I would, it makes me laugh.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
Yeah, we laughed so hard because especially we'd had this like kind of feud about the cutting boards and who had made the better cutting board, and then Laura's jammed the fucking drawer and we just couldn't get it out. And we're good problem solvers, but like we couldn't. It was the only thing.
And the thing was, the Leatherman, everything was in that drawer. Everything we could have used. Yeah. The only tool that was not in the drawer was the axe.
I think my favorite memory. No, this is not my favorite, but it's the one that pops up because we talked about it recently. We were in LA and I was wearing my Laura Kampf hoodie.
That was New York.
It was in New York. Okay.
Yeah.
And a guy came up, like he just saw my back and he was like, "Oh my God, are you also a Laura Kampf fan?" And I turned around and he's like, "Oh, you're Simone!" And then I was like, "And look who's next to me." And he's like, "Oh my God, it's Laura!" And I think that was just a funny thing because I feel like he had a very surreal experience.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, I want to check on the chat. I haven't. Oh wow, there's still over 2,000 people here. It's surprising.
Wow. Hi.
Thank you guys. You are doing so well. Oh, can you give Diana a hug from us all? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I see a lot of people asking about Diana. Unfortunately, there are no significant updates in her health. Like she's still very bedridden and unable to do anything. So it's hard for me to. I wish I had better things to say, but I don't really.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's really horrible. But I think you made a big impact with your video. So that was great.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
What happened to Let's Get Hammered? What is Let's Get Hammered?
Oh, that was the bottle opener that we built that I built with Adam.
Oh, that was you and Adam. I had nothing to do with that.
You named it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you named it.
I also named Lisa Little.
That's true.
Did I get public
no.
acknowledgement
No.
for that? No.
And I will. No, it's not true. She did not name it. As my no.
What?
No, Simone 100% came up with the name Lisa Little. I think I said it in a live stream probably somewhere.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I always, if YouTube falls through, I'll start an ad agency and just come up with brand names and slogans for people.
What would you do? So what would you do if you were, I'm asking for a friend, if you were thinking about moving to another country?
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do? Would you try to rebuild the business that you have right now? Mm-hmm. Would you try to start?
Yeah, I mean, else? I would probably bring the business with me because it's a good business and it's really flexible and I enjoy it. If I had to pivot and do something completely different, I mean, for me, it's like I would just do the product business full time. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy working with the etch store and like the product development and design for manufacturing. So I think I would probably do that. I think for you, if you were to move somewhere full time, I still think you should do like an event space. The thing about Laura is that she's so good at throwing events, and like I see you getting so much joy out of building things that like make an experience for other people.
Yeah.
So I think you having fun. Like a gallery / night, not a nightclub, but like a bar gallery that can turn into the bar where you can build all of these like really cool installations. Other people can come there and have events, but it's really like you can still do your YouTube channel. You can use that as a way to promote this space. And have people come. I would just love to like get to have a 100% Laura experience. And it's like a space that's just 100% you.
That would be fun. And that was always one thing that really, when I started the whole workshop thing, that was one thing that drew me to this maker life in general, because I always lived in my shop. Even before YouTube, I had a shop and it was too expensive to have a shop and an apartment in Cologne, so I moved into my shop and then I really liked it, so that's what I kept doing. And now I'm kind of doing it again because I'm living in the tiny house, and which is now parked in front of my and that's for me in the work, like to live in the workshop is great. It's a great setup.
Yeah.
But that is one thing that really draw me to this lifestyle, is to just be in this environment that's not a house and that's so free and anything goes. And the shower might be weird, but you have have all your stuff around you and you can just like curate this unusual space. That was always something I was really interested in.
I think the only problem with this plan is that like LA is so prohibitively expensive. Like it feels like it would be so good to do in like Berlin or in Germany where it's like you could get a cheap space.
This is it's way too expensive. Yeah, it's way too expensive. But that's another thing. I had this perspective, or I have not had this perspective on YouTube, which I think is really freeing, because at the end of the day, we just have to work, but we don't have to make money with the work that we're doing. You know what I mean? When I keep the YouTube channel, or in general the stuff that I do for YouTube, it doesn't have to make me money. It doesn't have to be a job. It just needs to be somehow translatable into being content. But I could do whatever as long as it's a story. Yeah. And that idea. I never had it so clear that I can make whatever I want to make. It doesn't have to make me money. Yeah. It just has to generate a story, which it usually does, because I'm only interested in making stuff that is entertaining, and that usually comes with a story. So that is so freeing. Yeah. It could be anything, as long as it's a story. I think that's great. Yeah. We'll see. We'll make it work.
Is this the first time you've told people that you're seriously considering moving to LA?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back and forth, but yeah. And I did not expect that we would talk about this, and I have a lot of stuff in Germany, the mouse thing and everything. Like I will talk about this when it gets more, but I'm thinking about it right now.
How tall are you?
170.
You're taller than me. Yeah.
I think so.
169 and a half. So I'm like 5'7".
Simone, I would really love it if you would start uploading more frequently.
I'm sorry. The good thing is, though, I feel like I've trained people to have very low expectations of me. So I very rarely get messages like that. But I'm sorry. It just takes a really long time for me to turn things around. And I think I'm too much of a perfectionist, or where I'm like, I really want to make sure that the things I put out, I'm 100% proud of. 80% proud of. There's always certain compromise. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, maybe we should call like last questions and then slowly wrap it up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we have like
Let's
50
go
more
fast.
minutes, but I would like to get some more questions from the people who
Are watching.
to reward
Yeah,
the people who
watch.
did not.
What?
Oh, updates on the jacket with that Philly designer. Yes. I don't have it with. I have it here. No, it's not done yet. I'm wearing the prototype.
Yeah, but also you told me that I was gonna get the first jacket.
Yeah, you'll
because
get the
I
first
did
one.
something.
You get the first one, and there's a slight chance that there might be a release party actually in LA. So that would be.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
It's either in LA or New York, but maybe.
I voted LA.
Yeah, me too.
What are you up to, and what is your drink for today? My drink for today is coffee.
Same, coffee, and we are in LA. But maybe that's a good question for the chat. That's always, I like that in the premieres. I like that question the most, like, where are you from and what are you drinking? And then, so, guys, where are you from and what's the drink of the day? I want to know where people are watching from.
Yeah.
I think that's so interesting.
Somebody's asking if the canopy arrived, and I assume that that's the person who wove a blanket that had "Let's Glue Dry" on it, and then signed the quote to me.
Yeah.
The joke being that I keep on stealing your quotes
Right,
and saying that they're
right.
my own. So like, let's let
You
glue
have it,
dry.
right?
Simone, yes, yeah, it's done in the workshop. Thank you so much for making that. I wanted to send you a screenshot of me texting it to Laura and you reacting to it because yeah. But
So
yes,
funny.
it did arrive. Thank you so much.
Wow, Brazil, Pittsburgh,
Oh wow.
Rome, Toronto. Wow,
Oh,
Argentina,
wow.
Slovenia, Switzerland, Canada.
This is so
wow, guys.
Now I get nervous.
Yeah,
Just
it's
seeing
weird,
all
huh?
these people from all over.
Wow, it's so fast you can't even read it anymore.
Yeah.
What?
What about Portland, Oregon? Maybe you have a second event in Portland, Oregon.
Me? Do I have
Yeah.
one?
No, somebody was asking if you're going to have
Oh,
a
yeah, maybe.
launch event.
Maybe. I want to go to Portland because Leatherman is there, so I wanted to visit them. Hey, somebody. Wow, what is this? Wait, there was a question. Hey, happy birthday, Annie Kate. Glad
Yeah.
your brain is well, Simone.
Thank you. Me too.
Laura, if you could get anyone in the world to help on your house, who? Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question.
I don't know who it would be.
Right now, I need an electrician, and I
Yeah.
don't care who. I just need an electrician.
If you're an electrician
Anybody.
and you want to go,
I
you
need
want
an
a paid
electrician.
trip to
Oh.
Cologne, yeah, and work for free.
That's the thing, this house. I think this year we're going to make huge progress. And I think we'll get to the point where we could maybe even start building furniture
Yeah.
at the end of the year, depending on when I get the electrician. But right now it's so much setting things up and so much pre-planning and trying to get all the ducks in a row. And I think once all this organizing stuff is over, it will be so fast. It will be like running downhill, just trying not to fall down because it will happen so fast. But we need to get there.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to get to the downhill part.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's going to be good. I got the new windows. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, exciting.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. They look a little bit like yours. They're
Yeah.
also like 2 wings, 3-piece, a little slimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see somebody comment, why are you considering moving to LA?
Oh, because my girlfriend lives here.
Which is so amazing for me. Laura has met somebody who is even in the same neighborhood as me.
Mm-hmm.
You walked here this morning. So I am doing everything in my power to ship this relationship so you can move here.
Yeah.
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 That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's good. That's good. That's what the live streams are for. That's like background information.
Yeah.
How you get along with jet lags back in Germany? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Ignore them.
So,
Aww.
what tool do you covet and why don't you have it?
What?
Is there a tool that you don't have that you're like,
That I want to have?
no, you have all tools.
I have pretty much everything I want. I mean, there are tools that I don't have, but I don't want them. That's like CNC stuff. I don't want
You
it.
do have a CNC, you just don't use it.
I gave it away.
Really good for you.
I traded it.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
amazing.
With for Semyon, who helped me with a tiny house.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's a tool where I'm like.
You even have a forklift now.
I have a forklift. Oh, that's a cool behind the scenes story. We did a May party a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And there were a couple more people than I expected showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I only have one bathroom in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the forklift and drove to a neighboring construction site, and we stole their porta potty. And then we returned it, and then I felt bad, so I walked to them like a couple days later. I was like, "Sorry guys, I gotta tell you something. We stole your porta potty." And they were so like, "We're neighbors. You can just like have it. You can have a porta potty whenever you need it."
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh yeah, it was so funny.
I love that you did that and that you then felt bad and told and confessed to it. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you get the pink tape? Okay, I get this question so much. The pink tape, it's from ProGaff. ProGaff is the brand, and that's where the pink tape is from, and it's called artist tape. So
yeah,
that's the pink tape.
What other creatives on YouTube would you like to work with? I feel like I've depleted the supply.
Yeah, I feel like I would like to work with. Was that a hummingbird?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
There's a lot of them here.
I thought it was a fairy or something.
Yeah, maybe. Who would you like to work with?
I would like to work with. Hey, Felix! Life looks good. We had sound issues in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I know now how it works. Where was I? I would like to work with some musicians and maybe do like some set design or for a music video or maybe for a movie set. That's what I would do. That's what I would like to do. But I mean, I work with all my heroes, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think the maker community in particular is really close knit. Like nobody's very far away, so there's nobody that feels like, oh my god, like achievable in some way.
Yeah. And I mean, there are people that I haven't worked with, but it will happen. It's usually just a matter of logistics. So it's nothing where I go like, this would be my dream, and it's unattainable.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I was very surprised when I started making stuff, that it is a community and everybody knows everybody basically, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody who's unattainable.
Yeah.
There was something else that I was just thinking about. Well, how about you? Like, is there other than other YouTube makers, what would you like to? Who would you like to work for? Oh wait, no, I remember. Sorry, there's one artist that I would like to work with. His name is Mac Primo, and he makes great art and great videos about it. Check out his Insta. I would like to get a peek behind the curtain and see how he produces his videos, because they're so different. I think I'll show you again. They're a little bit like animative style, very analog still. Yeah. Mac Primo, check him out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody who's on my bucket list in that way. I've also I think especially when you're building things, it's like I think like you're the person that I like building things with the most, because it's like it's really fun and just goes well. I don't know. We have a good time building together. Yeah. Yeah. It's always, because it is a little bit more involved than like the 2014 YouTube collab where it's like, let me just go to your house and we'll shoot something for 2 hours. It's more of a at least week-long commitment. Yeah. So, but that's a nice thing. I mean, yeah. Okay. What was the most excruciating part of the house project? Excruciating is scary. As in the Oh. Okay, at least the sound is still here. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, we're changing the battery. Oh wait, I actually
Does that work now?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Why did I bring a camera if this works too?
I don't know. Because you're overkill. What was the most excruciating part of the
What's
of the house party?
excruciating?
Like painful and
Oh.
hurtful and yeah.
Are we on again? Well, definitely when I discovered that there were ants. Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad, and we were in super close contact at the time because it was shortly after we built together. Oh
Yeah.
no, I think the ants were discovered when you were there. No.
No, it was before I came there and we looked at the
Yes,
house and you were
right.
showing
It
me
still
the
had
ants.
walls.
Yeah.
It still smelled like soup.
Yeah.
It aired out now.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, because you've rebuilt pretty much the entire house.
didn't
There's
have-
like
It didn't have walls for a long time, so
Yeah.
the soup smell is
it's
gone.
amazing for ventilation, not
Yeah,
having
it's really
walls.
good. It's really good.
Yeah.
No, when I discovered that it's infested with ants and that we have to replace 90% of
Yeah.
the wooden construction, and we still find little spots that we have to cater to.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. I mean, that's one thing. If you wanna move to a place and you wanna be in contact with the people there, and if you want everybody to know about your project, then buy a house that's in such bad shape that everybody in the neighborhood feels sorry for you and stops by and wants to talk to you about the
Yeah.
project. That's what happened there.
And also you did get some merch out of the ants. You
I
have
did
the
get
Lisa
some merch
Mate
out of it.
shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
People are asking us what's on our heads. It's the mic packs.
Yes.
Yeah. Are the ladybugs doing fine? Caroline?
Well, I
Okay.
kind of kicked them out with the windows. I think they're gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found like 100 ladybugs.
Mm. Good luck.
And I mean, I know, and people I know ladybugs are sweet, but 100 of anything is eerie, you know?
Yeah.
100 kittens would be weird to find in a window.
Yeah, 100. What kind of soup did the house smell like?
Old people's soup.
Pureed.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh wow, we're ending on top.
Yeah.
Thanks for
The
watching.
mics are doing nothing, by the way. What? No, of course they're doing something. Oh my god. No, they are doing something.
Yeah.
Okay, can you please let me know in the comments, from all the live streams I did, how was the audio rated? 1 to 10 points, because I need some encouragement to bring this setup. I think this was the best audio live stream we ever had, Simone. Thank you so much for being a part of this big step in my career.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
will see if the setup and the effort was worth the
Yes.
minor improvement in audio quality.
Yeah, I think people agree.
Yeah.
Yes. 10. Great.
10. Wow.
10. 10 of 10.
10.
Oh,
10.
8. I hear 6.
Okay.
Okay, it's time
Okay.
to, so then it's time to stop.
We're gonna close down the chat so people can't give us worse ratings.
Yeah. All right, guys. So next week is a video about my floor being a teeny tiny bit saggy and me getting into a little bit of a panic and calling an architect. So if you want to see that, come back next week. And then thank you so much for Simone for doing this with me. It was great.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. And yeah, we'll probably do this a lot more.
Yeah.
We'll work together. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. How do I end this here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, I can fade to black. Hold on, we should do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn off
Fade
the
to
audio because I need to use this. Can you see? It's in frame. All right. This is how my live streams usually sound. And now.
Wow. It didn't fade though. It just
No.
turned black.